Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we have got Raywat on the Litchi and Chrono on the Nu. Chrono usually a Lambda player, but today we've got him flexing a little bit to his other Kumo counterpart to give us a little bit of a matchup we don't really see very often. So, hope you enjoy. And I've got Zeden and Yukker on the comms to take it away for you.
Yo, what is up, people, and welcome to another Blazing Point. And we got some pretty good players. Litchi is a character we don't even see that often, and Chrono's new, definitely good, similar to Lambda, of course, but also pretty spicy, you know.
I haven't seen Chrono's new, so indeed, like Enigma mentioned before, it's very common to see Chrono breaking out the Lambda. So to see their new performance, I am very interested, of course. And yeah, as you mentioned, Litchi overall, very, very rare character. I think as of late, we only have seen kind of Smudge try to make it happen on her, at least, you know, in the sense of he's trying to learn and pick her up. But Raywat, definitely the Litchi aficionado, and good to see that they're involved in a Blazing Point. So I'm definitely very interested to see how this plays out. So just to say, Zeden, what are your thoughts between Nu and Litchi?
So, what I know about Chrono's new is it's not quite as solid as the Lambda. I would know because I've played against the new. But that said, like, Chrono is still very, very capable on the character for sure. I would say. And then in the Litchi matchup as well, I'm interested how Nu's drives are going to interact with Litchi's staff, because like you simply need to hit Litchi herself even while blocking, I believe, and then the staff is just gonna go whoop, stop moving at all.
Yeah, there's definitely two types of staff movements based on what kind of hit you get on Litchi. So if she blocks, the staff kind of just stops and returns. The same thing happens when you're able to projectile clash with the staff. It will kind of stop and slowly return towards her. But if you do hit her, it has a altered effect where I can't quite recall if it's entirely dependent on the position, but it kind of just drops to the ground. So it doesn't float back, but it just plummets down and positions itself as the staff that you activated with, right? So if you press 5D, it'll land on the 5D position. If you press 2D, it'll land on the 2D position, somewhere on the screen. And you have to be pretty versatile to adapt to sort of the chaotic situation of where your staff ended up.
So it's definitely going to be interesting. Both characters just have such strong drives in neutral, and I'm very interested how both characters are going to interact with each other in this round start as well. So let's see what they got.
Yeah, so here we go. I'm expecting either player to really just try to like back away just like that and already go for the staff setups, but we see the aggressive approach there from Chrono. Doesn't want to give too much freedom, but oh my goodness. Almost had the random staff. Stray staff pickups are sort of like one of the hardest things to do on Litchi because you have a very limited amount of hit stun to make it work.
For sure, Litchi absolutely one of the more difficult characters to make work in this game. And Chrono doing really well in the neutral, just knowing how to play the right ranges with Ray with the plunge in bursting out.
Yeah, nice 2D staff, able to get a beautiful punish. No, quite the drops. Maybe a little rusty though, but the damage is piling up off all these stray hits. Oh my goodness, CA bait, but yeah, no punish. We are running the beautiful stagger pressure, however, and there's the overhead. It does connect, and can we kill here? 100 meter?
There is a 100-meter Ray. Yeah, you can cancel that into a super. Oh, he didn't. Just a very solid reset.
Yeah, that must have been a misinput. You can get Cigarette Man spinning up there. Okay, nice challenge, and able to tech forward. Wants to be as close as possible to the staff. But yeah, you can see, right, staff getting hit. It hits the ground. Nice 2A, a little too far away from 6D to connect, but still able to set up the staff. Still in control of the neutral.
Yep. You see Chrono like differentiate kind of zoning and kind of going in, especially when Litchi is staffless. He knows, okay, that is my time to go in. He doesn't have that DP with without the staff, of course. Ooh!
Oh my goodness, the side swap too. Put him back towards the corner, it sets up the DP, and just like that, right, the staff wiggling is also very scary, especially if it's in your face. You try something, and all Litchi has to do is release it. But currently, Chrono getting a nice, beautiful pickup for themselves here. Has Raywat covered all the way to the corner. Has to be careful of that DP, of course. And the JD.
Yep, nice block on the crossover by Chrono. Immediate burst. Ray wants this round, but oof, the super by Chrono. Canceling Ray out, but 5B. Litchi's range. Litchi's range on the normals are just so insane, man. Like, this character has such solid stagger pressure combined with her mix-up. She's just that scary to be pretty much anywhere.
This is all true, but it's very situational, right? So she goes from being a pseudo zoner with some really good long range tools to being a hyper rushdown character, but kind of awkward in between. And especially when the game state isn't according to your plans, right? And you're separated from your staff in a really awkward position. That's when the glaring weaknesses of Litchi really start showing.
But here, Chronos had a good 2A to start this full game plan, and yep, Ray just really needs to take these drives. Staffless right now, but Chrono got hit once.
Yeah, not able to set up the swap quite easily, though the 2D does connect, giving the free run-in for Raywat. Let's go for the 2-1-4B, but immediately gets checked by the 5D. Still clashing with the drive, but just the cancels available to Chrono means that a staff reactivation cannot be achieved. Raywat now side-swapped and stuck in the corner, holding a bit of that damage, gets caught by the overhead. Shouldn't be enough to kill, but slowly but surely. Ooh.
That was such a dirty reason by Chrono, but okay, Ray, now it is his turn. Okay, Chrono doesn't want to give it to him. He wants to get this round immediately, and that he does. Ray with the full OD advantage on deck, but when you have one round, Chrono's still feeling good.
What a response there to go for the all green as a reversal.
Immediate burst as well on Ray's end. Good advantage he got right there. But Chrono doesn't really care that he's in the corner.
Unfortunately, missing on the dash punch now. Chrono has Raywat stuck in the corner. Trying to find an opportunity to get an opening there. JD does find the mark. 4 wins. Trying to navigate to the other side. We're able to run under and the staff... Oh.
Okay, and yeah, Litchi can just completely halt her jump momentum. Super powerful. Okay, good block on the 6A, but not a punish. Just takes the space after EDPs.
Yeah, fast fall into the final hit being a low. Beautiful pickup here. Going to be driving all the way to the side. But drops the combo, but still the staff is there to cover, to keep the pressure going, though. Excellent challenge here from Chrono is going to liberate a little bit of space here to play with. Starting to send out the drive normals, looking for an opening, and there's the overhead. It does connect. Going to be piling up that damage bit by bit here. Not going to be the greatest cash out, but again, overhead connects, no full extension. Another overhead. We are bleeding a lot of health here, Raywat.
And that sucked. Chrono had to use meter as well to go for a mix. Only got a single hit, and so now he's just got to run away. Especially with Ray as the meter, and good interception by Chrono on Ray's approach with the how's the move called? He did like
Sickle Storm?
Yeah.
The spinning, right? The pizza cutter.
Yeah. Now, like in the air, well, I gotta go to Dusty because he just halted his air momentum and hit Ray at his approach.
Yeah. I also don't know the name to that one, but I know what you mean. Connection has been lost. Who is the guilty one? It is Raywat. Unfortunately, getting booted out of the lobby. So just better, you know, the best time to be in fact kicked out is during these loading screens, because at least game crashed.
Oh,
shoutouts to Shinny, man.
Shoutouts to Shinny Zach. Just
still
doing a wonderful job
there
on fully completing these PC ports.
Absolutely.
Surely Arc System has the best PC ports in the business.
You know what? That being said, Exit port's pretty good. Actually better than the console one.
That's actually cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know Arc System had a single W, to be honest.
Yeah, it just happened to be Exit. I think it picked up after the rollback patch. Like, They put some extra love into that build. But Raywat quickly recovering, coming back in. Here we go. Arena silent, random music selected. We can kind of see, I think, the vision as to why Chrono might pick Nu over Lambda here, which is just constantly being able to harass Raywat with drive projectiles. Meaning that it's not like the freest opportunity to just set up staff, which is where like Litchi has her main strength. Not a lot of characters can deal with Litchi just dropping a staff, shooting it at you, and then running after it.
Yeah, there is definitely still some merit of Nu over Lambda. Like, Lambda has very consistent damage, but Nu on Nu. Just look at her, man.
Oh, whoa! Beautiful air stall, able to narrowly avoid. And yeah, just seeing that 6A come out, it's going to be punished with an Exceed Excel. Stuck into the corner, tries to roll forward. DP just making sure to get this knockdown. Negative edge on the staff. Slowly pushing. Crush trigger and the fully charged one, so it's going to get a nice pickup to go with it.
Really love seeing that mix-up by Raywat. Litchi just has such long stagger windows, and you can't even afford to sleep, he says. Because, yeah, with a 25 meter, look at what type of vortex he got going. Wait, that was so interesting. Chrono got hit out of his super by a singular staff.
Also, what? Exceed Excel still able to get all green? I guess, yeah, all green doesn't have reversal frames, but is able to just come out. I suppose it's kind of like Hotenjin in that regard. Just hold them still, and then if they don't have something active on the screen, you can get it can act like a reversal. Still, I was about to say Raywat slightly in the life lead, but Chrono just finding these drive normals to connect, and like that, it's going to take the slight advantage over Raywat 1 round up.
Chrono once again just using that range advantage very well.
Certainly, just making sure to keep Raywat locked down, right? No free drive sets. Did go for the 2D, so it's going to be really fast horizontal projectile that can fly out if Raywat is afforded a bit of space to do it, though. It's going to fly the wrong way. I don't know how intentional that side swap was from Chrono, but the staff has its set direction, right? So it will fly behind because it's always going to orient itself in the direction where your opponent is at the time that you set the staff.
And something else I love seeing from Chrono is just how aggressive he makes Nu look right now. Just every single time Ray even tries to move, it's just drive. Like, there's no stop.
Yeah, if you're a character that doesn't have tools dedicated to just outright beating projectiles, you have to work quite incredibly hard to get in on Nu. And that's kind of like the brief strengths that Nu does possess is the control she has of the gameplay, because, you know, she is a zoner after all. Where her downsides start appearing is a lot of these hits, right, it's like 1.6k. Her drive, like full drive combo with Gravity Seed is going to only do about like 2.4, something like that. And of course, when you're holding pressure,
jumping exactly to where Chrono is over the projectile, and the block on the EA as well. Ray just, the moment that he does get his game plan started against his Murakumos, he just knows how to extend a small lead into a huge win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? You need to find your way on the Murakumo unit, and then you need to put them in the corner and keep them there forever.
Chrono not making it free though, getting out of the corner with that command dash. Lots of space back and active flow as well. Bit of burst back, that's already a dub, but let's see if you can catch that burst from Ray.
Yeah, has to reset this. Oh, wait, that's interesting. 4 wins does correct, because if it was going to be a simple staff activation, it would have gone the other direction. But nevertheless, right, Raywat will take a round here, looking to tie up the set. Trying to dash in, but the Gravity Seed holding them back for the time being. And again, there we go, straight into the drive combo. Only going to be 1.9k though. 2D staff does catch 5B, but a little too far away for the pickup, so has to go for a reset.
Woo. Great low profile under the JD. Just catching Chrono out of probably a dry. Ray immediately doing a lot of damage off that. Let's see this 3k.
The enders, dash back, set the staff, bait out the counter saw, beautifully done. Ooh, gets the full pickup here to go with it. Has 50 meter on the table. Is it enough to get a kill going? 6C into the spinning top. That will do it. Didn't even need to go up there and go for the JC knockdown.
Thank you, Mr. Cigarette Man. Another thing I've also been really liking from Chrono's end is that whenever Ray is without staff, that is when Chrono is like, okay, I am going to make sure you're not getting that staff back. I don't want to get anti-zoned.
Absolutely critical when playing in Litchi in general is that if you have managed to separate her from her staff, keep it that way, because if you give her a bit of room where she can try to at least like launch it so that it may, you know, fall back to her, that's her safest way to recover staff. The more committal direction is that she has to pop OD to go into her third form, which is was it Full Potential Unleashed Gohan.
Mystic Gohan Litchi.
Yeah, she gets reverse beats. It's awesome.
Okay, but right now Ray is sitting without that staff. Oh, never mind. He got back to him with blocking. Good stuff. Gets back in with the stay. Chrono with the X into the anti-air though. And Ray not quite able to block there in the air.
Yeah, a little rough here. Trying to challenge, but it's not working out. Unfortunately, he's still stuck holding not the greatest amount of damage, but just consistently being opened up because, yeah, again, Litchi, not with the greatest amount of tools. Ooh, big crush trigger just dashing in, and that should be all. No! Sure, he could have routed there to kill, but the quick rise into the 2A. Disrespect there from Chrono, wants to close it out without giving a chance to Raywat.
I like the idea behind a crush trigger like that, because usually zoners are just like, yeah, they're only gonna do one thing, and maybe like a dash up attack, but no way a crush trigger, right?
Right.
Let's see if we can see it again after this knockdown, though.
Finds a low, go for reset. Just a quick bit of stagger pressure, finds the opening. That's the burst out there from Raywat. 5D coming in from behind, double hit, no pickup as of yet, right? Again, very difficult to get these pickups. Just opts to go for the Exceed Excel on the 50-50. You don't want to hold that.
I do like the idea behind that. A counter, though, you don't often see that with Litchi, as far as I know, but... yeah, okay.
OD.
That'd be something cool. Chrono doesn't care, though.
Yeah, just keep you over there. It's all good. So long as Litchi cannot touch me in this situation, she cannot hurt me. She cannot run her really strong offensive pressure. And I get to take the lead once again in the set, being 3-2, says Chrono.
And yeah, he's definitely making this new work wonders. And maybe that is a bit due to matchup inexperience. We've already seen Ray not block the pizza cutter low, right? And Lambda's meanwhile is a mid. That's just really plus. So, you know, that could be something. But also just new, I'd say he has like slightly better, at least different pressure than Lambda. And
yeah, there's
it's just so oppressive every time that Ray doesn't have that staff.
There's definitely a slight difference in pressure, right? Like you have that disjointed axe kick of sorts that can set up for some interesting high-lows such as that. So there is that aspect that Raywat needs to look out for, as well as the pizza cutter being a disjointed 50-50 next to this 6D. Here we go, Exceed Excel, not want to give any sort of opening, runs through, but the staff is going to connect. However, trying to chase down is not going to really work out too much for Raywat as he needed anti-air into all this hurt. My goodness.
Yep, and this is incredibly good damage by Chrono, 7.8k off a 6A, by the way. Murikuma 6A being one of the better anti-airs in Blaze for Central Fiction.
I forgot who it was, but don't let them catch you here saying that.
That's literally Chrono.
That's literally Chrono? Yeah, just big old good 6A. Oh shit, anti-air. Goes straight into 4.7k damage. Alright, buddy. Here we go. Lockdown on Raywat at the moment is without... I wonder what staff set that is. I didn't quite catch that. If it was 2D, they do have... they have Cigarette Man, which means they don't have the reversal super, so they have to go into the other one.
It's always a bit difficult to see which animation Litchi is in when she gets hit out of it immediately.
Yeah, because there's no other tell. There is just her doing the stance, and you have to know... Like 5D and 2D is an obvious set which one it will be, but some of the other things like 4D, 6D, knowing which staff set that will be is read the dust loop.
Just really does the bro. Right now, Ray's is doing blocks incredibly well.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, it's very difficult to challenge out here. Oh, catches no tech, however. Hold up. A little bit of damage here to go with it. Should be able to set up into the super kill here. Doesn't drop it this time, and beautifully done. All that patience is rewarded. A round apiece to both players.
Might be difficult to challenge Nu, but Ray, still making it work. Oh, getting hit by the low though. And getting hit again. That's so unfortunate. Yep, that is the main thing about Nu, man.
Stuck here, holding pressure. Gravity Seed is put in front of you to dissuade you from running in, but the 2D staff launch is going to connect. However, not going to get the grandiose pickup, and still able to set the staff, but man, just Chrono constantly finding all these hits, all these opportunities to extend the pressure. Though Raywat does have him locked to the corner, but excellent air-to-air challenge. Wants to cut that immediately.
Yep, no knockdown, just playing that mid-screen back. And we are back to pressuring, baby.
Oh boy, I love drives. Ooh, I love RC overhead mix-ups. Crouch confirms out the wazoo. Fatal counter, and Chrono is going to extend the lead, going 4-2 for the time being.
There's always something a bit weird about that RC mix that Chrono does after 60. I mean 4D. Like you think, okay, surely there's not going to be another overhead incoming. I can run forward, and then that just snatches you from behind.
Well, it's also like it's more of a mix-up on habits where a lot of people's. Oh, wait, hold on. What? It is Chrono that comes out after bursting, the burst whiffing, and you get the punish on Raywat?
That was wild. What? I mean, eventually your burst worked, but sure.
Sure, alright, I guess.
I would feel so scammed.
Yeah, just do that, I guess. Better than OD, better than burst itself. You just get to whiff a whole burst and clean punish. It's awesome. There we go, Raywat. Captain has Chrono trapped in the corner with only 50 meters to the name. Does go for the mash out. Understands that this situation could be really dire if they just let Raywat do all the pressure that they like. Though gets counter-assaulted into the corner. 4 wins. Goes into Legacy Edge, even though it trades, right? Legacy Edge just stays out there. And Chrono looking to close the life deficit.
I like that Legacy Edge just immediately canceling out into it. And a cross up from Chrono with that dash. Raywat not quite ready. Chrono immediately doing nearly 3k with it. He still had a little bit of time left, but nah, Ray dying.
Yeah, certainly Ray has to play this so carefully and methodically, right? Because the first thing is you need to get in on Nu, right? So she is able to. Oh wait, hold on. That's definitely one way to
get in on Nu, baby.
Using the B jump version, there she has like she has 3. Is it 3 or 2? And I believe she has 3 versions that she can leap towards the staff. One is where she stands on top of it. The other one is where she flings it away. And yeah, oh yeah, the third one is she rebounds off of it to fly further.
Oh yeah, true.
And typically you only see the A version, but the B version beautifully coming into play there. However, the is that air unblockables?
I'm honestly not sure. That was a little bit wacky, man. Cross trigger kind of whiffing there by Raywat. Okay, another jump in. Chrono just really wants to win this one. Immediately goes for that CA and the cross up. Raywat not ready for that new mix-up, unfortunately. Chrono, though, taking that set.
Yeah, Chrono is playing this as you should, right? It's you use all your resources and tools to deny Raywat getting in close, able to run pressure on you, because you know that's all you have. And of course, when you are holding this pressure, it gets a little bit more variable to the point that you may accidentally get your reversal actions baited out, and then you just get and put in a more compounding situation of just cumulative losses, which is what exactly Raywat needs to do to be able to win these games over Chrono. Because other than that, right, it's all Chrono's control, just the drive, immediately shooting out, no staff sets allowed. You just got to hold whatever I have in stock for you.
Dude, can we talk about 6A again? That hit like 2 times already on Raywat's IAD's Chrono. Having so much damage and momentum because of that singular move.
Oh my goodness. Blue beats coming out here. So stuck into the gravity seed. This Luminous Slave gonna keep the combo going. The pressure is running. Tries to mash out there. Ultimately having to resort to using the counter assault. However, Legacy Edge. Still, you're in this corner.
Didn't quite look like your RC there. Got knocked down by the staff. Okay, Raywat. Now it's his turn. A single turn against Murakuma can already be a death sentence. And Litchi just does so much corner carrying damage on pretty much every hit. Very consistent.
Oh, what an ODR. That being also the first round means that there's a good chance that Chrono's going to recover this. But in the meantime, this is the best opportunity Raywat has to try and run pressure, right? Try to win a round here, but unfortunately, he gets caught out by some drive normals. There's the tick throw, and Chrono just comfortably extending the life lead here, making sure that Raywat is constantly in the wrong position, running under, ensuring that the staff flies the wrong way, and it's just looking pretty bleak here.
Chrono's positional awareness. Just after every knockdown, pretty much every time in neutral, there is a space that Chrono wants to occupy, and he will get that.
Absolutely. Trying to back way, play a little slow. 6A not hitting this time, so I guess we can understand where Chrono's coming from.
Yeah, beats it got a low. But okay,
yeah. At home?
Not a true reversal, but you know, you can still get hit by it.
True. Oh, wow, what a pickup. That was quite a bit of hit stun there. So Raywat in a pretty good spot here against Chrono, though. Question is Chrono going to be using... Oh, just, yeah, pops the OD, sees how good the round can be, just needs that final touch to connect, but Raywat immediately has the mix-up to come out of that overdrive activation from Chrono. Shouldn't be enough to kill here, so needs that one final touch, but 6A!
Nah, man. Nah, man. That's just an unreal anti-air. That was way too fast. It felt like you fucking... It felt like a discount DP there with the way I felt like Ray should have just had his turn after that knockdown, but no.
No, backdash 6A, if you see Murakuma players do this running up to you, like, there's something about this normal, but yeah, Chrono very much in command at the moment already. I think it might have been a slight control issue, but just like that, right, gets up, immediately controls the neutral for the time being. ODR straight through the overhead, not willing to risk if perhaps might have popped it too early, just wants to go straight into the exceeding cell, wasted DP, and this is looking pretty rough for Ray.
Ray getting his turn started. The staff is right there. Murakuma with no defensive options. And Chrono with the mash out immediately. Good stuff by him. Get the turn back.
He trades and you're stuck in the corner. Though DP's out. Does IB. But yeah, staff wiggle means that anything that Litchi does can always be made safe. Being, you know, a pseudo puppet character. Carl Light.
Not quite unblockable looping, but still very strong pressure. But now, that doesn't matter. Chrono is a full screen away from you again with these drives. Tries to get the error approach. Raywat immediately going in with that 2D. And nice J. I think that's JB, right? Like yeah. Dude. Litchi has insane error opponents.
She absolutely does. I mean, she has to be I think she has to be staffless for some of the really good ones, although JB is universally pretty good across the forums. But when you're staffless with JC, oh my goodness, that is a jump in the hand.
Oh, shit's true.
Oh, Raywat, riding the momentum hype as it currently is. Throw tech attempt there from Chrono, and just the spacing from Raywat is gonna deal a whole lot of hurt here.
3.2k, knockdown, gets some mix up with the staff, and Chrono blocking across it, but trying to mash out of Raywat's pressure with the Ray, just keeping it tight. Okay, 5B.
They pushed away to safety, though. Raywat has the life lead here and is building up that burst pretty quickly. So it's going to be a race against the clock. I think essentially, can Raywat survive some of this, like, zoning pressure? Oh, not necessary.
Again.
Counter assault, activate the staff, run under it, and just get the pickup. So Raywat, not without hope, is able to take a game.
That 2D has to be like one of the biggest MVPs for Raywat this set.
Oh, absolutely. It's
The counter zoning it does. The safe approach it gives Litchi. It's been insane.
There's definitely, like, you have to plan in advance what kind of staff you want to use to challenge your opponent, because the 2D flies straight across the ground, right, and hits once, whereas the 5D boomerangs above your head. So if somebody has a penchant to jump, that's where 5D staff activation is beautiful for.
Chrono jumping in though. Excellent cross up, and then the 6A by Chrono, and that 6A also leads to 3.6k damage. I thought dude had no damage. What happened?
Oh yeah, depending on the starter, of course, right? Like most of the times you just see new players, they're going back, they're using the 5D zoning, and those combo starters aren't the best. But when you get any of her other normals, you can see her just do some more regular damage, of course. Nu not entirely built to run pressure in your face, despite what you might have seen just there, but you know, this is the ideal zone. Just set up the Luminous Slave, keep the pressure running, nice resets, needs to find one final hit, and there it is.
Yeah, just that typical Nu zoning that we are getting used to, and you know, that's what you need to do to win this match. It's just great.
Absolutely. Underneath already, just sending out the drives, finding a couple straight hits, overhead does connect, not able to get a combo from it, but does run forward into the ideal scenario for Raywat to get a staff out. However, Raywat, slight conversion issues, which is going to cost them, as Chrono is once again in the driver's seat.
Alright. Oh, the staff was still behind Chrono, and that's why that hit him. Okay, Raywat, now it is your turn. Get the hard knockdown staff. The mix-up. RC's even, but Chrono not taking this, making himself safe with that OD super. Back to full screen. 6-8 pressure.
Or try to go for a 2D staff there set there, but unfortunately Chrono going in for the teleport. Again, staff set being punished out by a well-placed drive. Crush trigger, but it gets thrown in reverse.
Unfortunately, Raywat not with a pickup. That could have been so used. Then you only needed one hit for Chrono, but instead Chrono gets this one hit, and you even have super. Is that a kill? Yes, it is. 3.5k damage at that point. Chrono taking yet another game with a very, very great lead over Raywat.
Absolutely, 3 games away from finishing it up. It's been really rough here for Raywat. We see them trying to sacrifice a bit of health, right? Looking for an opportunity to just get the staff set down, because without it, again, Litchi, with the screen distance that Chrono is playing at, I don't think there's anything she can do. It's all just try to get in, try to set a staff down, hope that maybe the projectile can fire out in time.
Okay, this staff, I was about to say leading to good pressure, but Chrono knows how to get out of the pressure, bursting out immediately, get that turn back.
Oh my god, like 3 resets there, good amount of damage, right? Aside from doing combo damage being like a good compounding source of hurt, getting consistent like reset hits in is going to do a lot more damage than any combo would. The trick is, of course, is making those resets hit.
It looked like Chrono overheaded and had a low out at the same time there. I don't blame Ray for not blocking there. And okay, Chrono really likes using that OD on defense with Nu. I get it.
Yeah, understandable. Legacy Edge going to give any sort of advantage over to Raywat. However, the 2D is going to hit on the first part. Able to get the low crush there. Very nicely done, and without any drops. Hopefully, this will be the round here for Raywat. Beautifully done.
That's just one such amazing thing about Litchi. She has, I think, the highest average damage in the game. At least one of them. Like, not some big buff guy like Azrael. It's Litchi, man.
It's Litchi, yeah, because her mid-screen conversion game, like, depends on the spacing that she hits at, but unlike most other characters, she has a really good time just getting a pretty easy launcher going that lets her convert to the corner, right? It's almost that Naruto style.
That should break your hands. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh. They reach above the Legacy Edge, but Chrono, seeing that they were all out of air options, immediately just decides to run underneath.
Chrono once again with that cross-up, man. Like, that dash, Ray is just never ready for it. I'm pretty sure that there is like one spacing that Nu can really do with that command dash, but I mean, when you're getting zoned and you're worrying about, oh, is he going higher or low with projectiles of all things, I don't know, dash can feel a little much for the mental stack.
Yeah, definitely. 60 plus frames does ODR on the 2A. And Raywat immediately takes the skies to be safe. A lot of times we've seen the Exceed Excel come out from Chrono, but there we go. Glides right in there, finds the throw.
Okay, not quite a full combo, and now we're back here, but Legacy Edge, just Chrono wanting his turn back. I get it. Get back to that ideal space. Don't be in the corner, and the command dash again. Chrono really, really not checking Raywat with this heavily now. I get it. Ray doesn't know how to deal with it. Show him.
Show him the tools. Yeah, like if you have a tool that an opponent doesn't quite have the response to and is constantly getting opened up by it, hey man, let that tool loose, right? Just keep using it. Nice, good block on the double overhead. Good defense there, finally, at long last.
And the 2 AN here on Raywat's end. Nice stuff. Kind of a drop combo of it. Okay, have the burst there. That was already pretty big for you. I have this burst. You can OD through if you want. You can block Nu because he goes back to the mid screen again. You can get fatal.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, a little bit of a stutter there, but we're okay, it seems. Ray looking for any chance here to try to get themselves going. 2-1-4B set, but fortunately Chrono there with a challenge 2 games away. You know, like, I think we saw the moment there, which was probably the ideal way you want to play this, is just let Nu exhaust her drive cancels, and let her just end safely, which is an opportunity for you to set staff, but it does mean, like, you set it the one time, and then you have to go through another rotation of block strings, for then to set the second time. But the Nu pressure isn't as simple as just, like, I shoot all my drives and that's it, right? Chrono is constantly resetting it with different options and teleporting through to the other side to get the throws going, or maybe even a cross-up button.
Yeah, Chrono lost to alternate between, honestly, like 5 different things between brush trigger, throw, overhead, low, like pretty much the whole book in place blue. Meanwhile, Raywat has to rely more so on just very strong stagger pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Litchi is very good at that, of course, and especially because stuff that can normally be unsafe on other characters, she can make safe, let alone a frame trap. Right? She's super versatile and flexible when that staff is being set. Nice E2 stance cancel, running it a couple times, trying to push Chrono to the corner, but ultimately there's a bit of a gap and Chrono does escape. However, nice a dash punch, trapped in the corner yet again. The combo is extending. It shouldn't be enough with the 100 meter, but it's going to be a bit of damage. Oh, all green. No, all green should do it.
Oh, not quite unfortunate on Ray's end, but okay, yeah, you can get that JB. That is one of the more insane JBs in the game, I'd say. Okay, really trying desperately to get that 5A anti-herb, and Ray just sort of dodging it. Not even necessarily dodging, just being out of range, really.
I think at that point Ray was just waiting for the staff to return and take the turn and take his turn from there. But unfortunately, Chrono just pressing, so the staff just fizzles out, running underneath, narrowly avoiding the 2D there, and just making sure to be an all-round nuisance at the moment. Keeping Raywat at a distance, slightly separated from his staff, narrowly avoiding the 2-1-4B. Great jump in.
Yeah, that staff covering Raywat. Like, Chrono had to worry about 2 different places there. That's why he has his turn back here. Okay, 2D launching, but okay, now we're quite ready to confirm, unfortunately. Chrono taking that space back immediately with a command dash. 2D hitting, not a combo again by Raywat.
Good blocks on the Bluetooth overhead, as well as immediately challenging, knowing that Raywat had to end the pressure there, right? That overhead either has to connect, or it's the end of your turn.
Absolutely. And okay, that is also an overhead. That's blue too. You got that Wi-Fi connection on deck with the 40. Chrono. So close now. Raywat, look at that barrier gate. And oh no, I tried to 2A, probably miss input of some kind through the drive pressure of Nu. And now Chrono sits on another round.
Yeah, runs underneath, just narrowly avoiding for the time being. We see Raywat definitely trying to push in aggressively to match that, right? Goes for an aggressive burst. Unfortunately, the distance that they're playing at means that it's still a good opportunity for Chrono to, as always, press the drive button, though. Dash punching in, get off me. I go for the burst instantly. Backdashing away, just playing it a little coy at the moment.
Okay, time for drive pressure. Oh, didn't want to give Ray the opportunity to get back to that snap, but Ray too fast for Chrono. That's why we're seeing this real making 4k damage even. What is Litchi damage? Oh,
pretty good.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, that should easily be dead, right? DP, 6C, going to the super. No, but misinput, so there is a chance here. Pixel health for Chrono to try and play with, but trapped in the corner. Only 50 meter, and I don't know if they tried a super or not, but it didn't quite come out. So still a chance here for Raywat, but is down 50% of the games.
I never count him out. You just need to get in once versus a zoner. Like, you don't necessarily need to win. You just need to rob them.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Because zoners do have, like, that superior neutral generally, but really poor defensive options. So, and Nu, in particular, has, like, no health.
Yeah. Nice, good pressure, able to find an opening, now dragging Chrono towards the corner. This is exactly the situation. Slight minus frames into the DP, Grand Blue player, classic, we like to see it.
Raywat doesn't have those simple inputs though. Oh, and Chrono using a command dash again. Yep. Pizza Cutter is indeed a low, and that still is hitting Raywat consistently. There's just so much to worry about for him against Nu, and Chrono is just really overwhelming Raywat. It looks like majority of these sets.
Yeah. Ooh!
Catching on that tech, unfortunately for Raywat. That is Chrono taking another round.
Rebel 2. Action.
Very, very painful here. And already we're starting it off really strong, making sure to send Raywat as far away as possible, finding a few opening hits. Goes for the burst here, trying to get some sort of a turn going, but unfortunately it's taken away pretty promptly, though the jump in is very nice here. Sent towards the corner, try to set up the staff, forced to hold it down, but might have messed up on the movement there.
We've gone in with the jump in, and that could have been a very big starter, but not quite ready to confirm. Chrono immediately just taking back that space, as he lost to do by be hitting, but Raywat again not quite ready with a combo. Very unfortunate. They get this knockdown though. Now you're ready.
Oh no, tries to dash punch in, but to no avail. Oh, okay, we're okay. Exceed Excel, able to get the cash out there. Oh yeah, that's right. If the DP staff is interesting, even though, you know, Chrono one game away, we'll highlight that in a second, but the DP staff from Litchi is very interesting because it goes up and down, right? But if you're able to somehow hit her during, you know, a bit after it launches, right, so her invuln frames have expired, the coming down portion won't hurt you, except if you hit her when the staff is off screen, because it kind of resets as a projectile, so the coming down will then hurt.
Litchi very interestingly programmed. That's a CT programming magic, man.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Why is our DP that complicated? Very good question.
Why is I mean, it's cool, and you can see some really funky reactions where people burst the DP and then get clocked by it on the way down. It's awesome. Also a projectile DP.
Counter. Okay, Raywat just intercepting Chrono's zoning really well so far this round with his stuff. Good stuff. Okay, gets sort of knocked down. You have the positional advantage for sure. Amazing snipe there. Oh my gosh. Just knew where Chrono wanted the JD.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a big name of the game here. If Raywat wants to mount a comeback, is when there is a slight pause, right? You're not entirely in control over the pressure game. you do need to make the really hard call out happen.
He gets back, he uses that 2D. Another counter, but that looked like a bit of a trade.
Oh. Yeah, I guess Chrono just going for the safe Exceed Excel here. Not quite sure if the 3C... Because 3C hit comes out really slow, so it might even hit him out of the ODR attempt, right? Just to use those invuln frames to just phase through an attack and then get the punish going with one of your normals.
Okay, now we are getting back to the corner. Let's use that staff for some mix-up. Okay. Keeping it pretty tight. Oh, yeah, that is so tricky to react to sometimes, man.
Yeah, the pole dance overhead. Go, put him into the corner. 2B does connect. 6D plus frames. Does go for the ODR, however. Attempting to push block away, but able to slip just ever so slightly through the super. So Raywat able to take yet another game. We are 4 games down, however. So it's going to be quite the hill to climb, as Chrono is just that 1 game away from taking it all.
Oh, and the chat is absolutely being like, holy, new defense. Yeah, news defense. Not really having a reversal like that does really suck sometimes, but you know, it's more than made up for with pretty good 6A and neutral and an incredible backdash. So, you know, you need to accept rounds like that sometimes.
Yeah, certainly. Trying to slip under there. Ooh, catching the dash punch. The dash punch is also very interesting because it has body invuln like invuln properties, but that's projectiles being thrown at you.
Projectiles being thrown in this match?
Surely not. So what, we're 14 games in and only now I realize that those drive from Nu is projectiles? What?
Insanity. Okay, Chrono so far just really keeping it tight on Raywat, and he just doesn't know where to go in.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen constantly Raywat basically limit testing in between the pressure to try and look for an opportunity to set the staff. Oh, the magnet hands, hello, Tager?
Yeah, no, that was just a Blaze Blue grab moment, man. There's just I feel like there's just a really wide hitbox for those grabs, so you can grab the most insane things sometimes.
Yeah, pushed away. Trying to go, wants to get as much openings as possible thanks to the burst. We do find a quick hit there, but unfortunately back to resetting though. Ah, footsies, let's go. Can't quite get the pickup. However, the chase down almost gets a full conversion, but 2-1 for B counter hit. Again, no pickups. Ray, you can't really afford to be going for too many resets against this character.
Yeah, sitting pretty decently, but Chrono with that 6A does hit crouchers. That is very big. Okay, not quite making use of staff plus range. Chrono hitting him out of that, and okay, you are now getting hit in because of that pizza cutter mix-up.
Can't believe it. You have them block the 4 wins, and you don't take your turn. Evil stuff at hand here, man. Like,
that was demonic, dude.
I mean, more demonic is you see 4 wins goes like I press. But Chrono now needs a couple more hits, right? Sitting on that set point for the time being. Backs away a little bit. The life lead isn't too... It's pretty close, but it's not too crazy for the time being, right? Like a couple good hits from either player, and it will really swing the other way, maybe even kill. Goes into Legacy Edge, says no staff cheating today. 50 meters still to Raywat's name, so we'll see how that gets used, though it's closing in on 100.
Oh, and they're clashing! That was huge, Chrono. Probably just need one more hit. Look at the time, by the way. This could be Chrono's game because of the timer. Yeah,
Legacy Edge, time scab. No, just RC burst away, and you had to try something, but unfortunately, right, the funny zoner is burst safe from that distance, and Chrono is going to be taking it 10-5 over Raywat.
Hey, GG's to both of our players. Chrono, just excellent display of positional advantage and constantly switching up between many of Nu's mix-up options. Everything that character has, he just used that set, and I loved seeing that. But Raywat, very strong stagger pressure. Unfortunately, like a couple drops and something like that, you don't get a lot of opportunities to get in on a zoner, so you gotta make the most of it. And like a single drop doesn't sound that bad, but it can be huge.
Absolutely.
It's crazy as well. This is like a really small thing, but it's actually crazy that Litchi got her burst back in that last round because she used it almost at full health, and then she got it back literally just at the end to use it. But yeah, kind of crazy. Just goes to show how long that round lasted, especially with like all the hits and because usually if it's a character like I don't know Kagura or Ragnar or something, you burst on them like straight away. You're not getting your burst back because they're gonna kill you in time. But the way Nu plays, she ends up actually giving you your burst back in that round, which is pretty crazy. Yeah. Chrono, thank you for playing GG's. Raywat, thank you for playing GG's. Great set, really fun to watch. I think feel like we got to see. The reason I wanted to show this matchup as well was because I felt like the Kumos, especially Nu, would have an interesting time dealing with staff. Because Nu can make anyone block from almost any time, any space on the screen, right? But Litchi usually has control of the screen with the staff and its presence, either behind the opponent or in front of the opponent, going forward and then coming back. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to showcase that, and I think we got to see that, which is pretty interesting. A lot of people will often say that matchups in this game matter more than straight up just character strength, and I think we got to see that in that matchup right there. Of course. Chrono is a very good player as well, so general defense and offense and neutral was good on both sides. But yeah, I got to see a little bit of character interaction there in that set. So yeah. Do we have anything to promote? Actually, I have something to promote. Versus Fighting is happening August 13th to 15th, I believe. Let me just check those days.
August at the very least.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I think it's August 15th to 17th because that's Friday to Saturday. So I got told 2 wrong dates by 2 different people, which is awesome. But yeah, I think 15th to 16th to 17th. So if you are interested in coming to England for a fighting game tournament, make sure you go to that. A very big major for stuff like Street Fighter, Uni. What else is there? I think Fatal Fury will probably be there. I'm thinking of another big Tekken and all the other games. There will be a community tournament as well for CF. Unfortunately, it's in Birmingham, but we'll take what you can. So
Unfortunately, it's in Birmingham.
How far is Birmingham from London?
It's about 3 hours on a train, I think. Yeah, 3 hours on a train.
Never mind. All right, gonna fly then. I thought because there's now a train going from Amsterdam to London. It's like, try that,
yeah.
but. Another 3 hours in England itself, no thanks.
Yeah. Fast. Cool. Anything else to promote? I'm not sure.
Brussels Challenge. Try to pull up there. I know that Maho Scar is trying to get some attention to that. So for anybody that doesn't want to cross the pond for a major coming up, there's Brussels. If you can get there by train, it's definitely very affordable.
When's Brussels?
Brussels is only like 20 if you want to just go for the community games. So like that's cheap, dude.
Cheapest chips
for the major experience. And I thought there was like a 150 pop bonus for exit and CF. Am I correct?
Where even is Brussels? Bruh. Belgium.
Belgium.
There's no way you did where's Brussels, dude.
That's crazy, Daz. That's kind of crazy. I went to Brussels in 2019 or 20. No, I think it was 20 actually, for Dragon Ball FighterZ. I played Abigail there, and that was back when Shanks was still playing as well. That was good, man. That was a good time. So yeah, Brussels Challenge is definitely a good tournament if you are interested in going. I might actually look to go myself. When is it? What date is it?
Mid of May, so it took a few weeks actually.
Oh, mid-May. Yeah, I'll look into that. I might head to that. So.
I'm pretty sure it's 17, 18.
Yeah, I gotta let me have a peek here. Start.gg doesn't take 20 years to load.
Momus, you've never gone to a fighting game tournament?
17th and 18th.
17th and 18th. Cool. Wait, that's crazy, Momus. You gotta get out to one. Yeah, you definitely gotta get out to one. So, all right. Thank you guys, Yukker, Zeden. Thank you very much for joining me and helping me commentate very, very much. Thank you everyone for watching.
It's been a pleasure.
And as usual, we will see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Cool. No worries. I'll catch you later. I'm gonna go over to Exerd. Take it easy. Thanks.
Bye,
Same.
guys.